My family found out I am wealthy, so they demand that I pay for a $35,000 vacation after I've already paid off all of their mortgage on their houses. I'm a 46-year-old woman married with 3 kids. About 10 years ago, I hit a financial jackpot, worked hard in my career, made some savvy investments, and watched my savings grow steadily. My husband sees that as my money, especially since we didn't sign a prenup, so I consider it fully mine. When the first big payout came through, my husband and I stuck to our plan: pay off the mortgage, buy a new car, and finally purchase a dream house in our favorite holiday spot. We rented out most of the year to a lovely family. We also set aside college funds for each of our kids, enough to cover 5 years of tuition. Any leftover funds can go toward their first home someday. Thanks to investment growth and my steady income, the cash kept flowing. I started thinking about what I could do for my immediate family. My husband's side has 2 sisters, 5 nieces and nephews, and a brother with 2 kids. We decided all of them would also get college funds, with the same rules and limits. I kept track of costs and paid directly to their parents. The oldest niece was already in college, so I settled her tuition upfront. She finished in 4 years with some savings left. I even consulted my accountant, who's also a good friend, to see what would benefit my brother regarding his mortgage. I paid off most of it for both him and his wife. My parents enjoyed a family trip, since their house was already paid off. I chipped in for my in-laws' rent, as one sister-in-law rents. I also donated to charities locally and abroad. Plus, I set up college funds for the children of friends and close relatives. To celebrate, my husband Lo and I took a vacation, paid by us, alongside my extended family and his. Everyone appreciated it. But of course, there's always someone who complains: one sister-in-law, who's obsessed with being in the spotlight or having her kids demand attention. She's friendly to my face but makes passive-aggressive comments behind my back about my work, my success, and me personally. I've learned to deflect her digs, pretending to be innocent or clueless, which usually shuts her up without making waves. Over the past few years, she's been hinting she deserves a luxury, all-inclusive holiday abroad, since I'm rich enough. Her savings, originally meant for her kids' college, have barely been touched. When COVID hit, she went silent, taking the crisis seriously. Now that travel restrictions are easing, she threw herself a birthday party for herself and her son. No big deal, we brought a gift, and everything was fine. The boy got a voucher for camping gear or a tent, whatever he wanted, and some extras I knew she'd use on a future holiday. Then she asked about our plans. We told her we'd stay local, renting a cozy cabin for a week, nothing fancy, still needing to cook. She started with, "Oh, how nice," and we're still figuring out what to do. My husband and I exchanged knowing looks. She was hinting at something else. We suggested she could visit family, or go to a campsite with activities for kids. But then she pulled out her phone, showing us a website with an all-inclusive water park, spa, and everything else, priced at $35,000 for a family of 7. My husband said it's a lot, but he appreciated they'd saved enough for it. That's when she dropped the bomb. "Oh, we don't need to pay. We thought you'd cover it as my birthday gift." Wait, what? She expected me to give her $35,000 just because I have money? She justified it, saying she earns enough in the family, and that other relatives, like her kids' godparents and nieces, had already been promised money. The silence that followed was deafening. Her attitude was clear: you have the money, just give it. She pushed, "You deserve it," as if it was owed to her. I finally told her flat out, "No." She pressed, "But you have the money." I replied, "I do. But I won't give it." She just shrugged. "Oh, that's great," as if it was no big deal. The truth is, she sees me as an ATM. She's been passive-aggressive for years, trying to guilt me into handing over cash, all while pretending to be friendly. She and her husband kept arguing, insisting I should just write the check. I told her, "You don't respect me. You've disrespected my work, my sacrifices, and the fact that I paid off your mortgage, your kids' college, and even helped with their first homes. You badmouth me, call me names, and even suggested hubby should divorce me. Her own kids have told their dad they've overheard her talking badly about me. The birthday boy recorded her in a TikTok, showing her saying nasty things. Her silence spoke volumes. She refused to accept that she wouldn't get her dream holiday. Instead, she tried to demand that I at least pay for their flights and let them stay at my vacation home, something I rent out most of the year because of COVID restrictions. I told her that's not happening. The voucher I have is generous enough for her to use however she wants, maybe on another trip. We already paid for our vacation, so she's not getting a freebie. When she saw I wouldn't budge, she broke down crying, turning to her father, who sided with me. He said he understood how hard I'd worked, and that her behavior was unacceptable. We packed up and left with the kids. Later, her kids, especially her favorite, reached out, upset about her stunt. They came over, and I explained that we don't blame them, that she's just acting out. They understood, knowing about the generous college funds. They stayed for dinner but then went home, barely speaking to their parents now. Other relatives, including her closest friend, tried to intervene after Sil sent messages and called people. A simple Facebook video from the birthday boy sparked a backlash. People called out her greed. She's been cut from some family events, and we've received apologies from others. Honestly, some of them find it hard to understand all sides, but I don't regret standing my ground. The only thing that stings is knowing my in-laws are caught in the middle, especially Mill, who's all about family. Some wonder why I don't just give her what she wants. Honestly? It's her past attitude, her disrespect long before I had money, and my own discomfort with just handing over cash. I'd rather keep my boundaries, stay grounded, and protect my peace. So, I ask, am I the jerk for refusing to pay?